Hi, Tim. Hi, guys. So, September 11th, 2001, I actually had taken a couple of days off work, and I was at home. That was a Tuesday. I was at home, and my husband was at work, and I remember vividly that I was loading the dishwasher, and he called to tell me about planes hitting the Twin Towers. And my first thought was, oh my goodness, how could such a terrible accident happen? And then right after I got off the phone with him, I got the call from my news director asking if I could come in. And of course, the answer was yes, because I was in town and this is one of the biggest things to ever happen to the country. So I went into work and we got busy. It was just a crazy day. It was a terrible day. Someone else had been on vacation and also came in, and we just started going wall-to-wall, live anchored coverage. We were an ABC affiliate, and it was a bit of a blur. I even remember an old friend calling the newsroom because he was listening to our coverage, and it was just a crazy, sad, awful day, and it was hard to believe that it was actually happening. So I remember just lots of anchored coverage. We had a 2-anchor system at DBO, and we were just wall to wall for a long time. Our reporters were out trying to get reaction. And it's the kind of thing that you want to do it justice. You know, you want to do right by the people that this has impacted. And then, you know, it was something that we had on the air for weeks afterward. And, you know, it was tough. But what stands out to me is, like anybody, where were you? What were you doing when you heard about 9/11? I was at home blissfully unaware of anything. I slept in that day. I was loading the dishwasher when my husband called to tell me. And no sooner had I turned on the TV to see the coverage than I got called into work. So tragic, and it's still haunting. And I feel for everyone who was in New York at the time. I remember talking to one of our former DBO hosts. I believe it was on the first anniversary, but or maybe it was even like a few months after that. But his name was Mike Wallace, and you know, he talked about just running. I mean, he was in New York, and he just started running. And he saw a woman with 3 kids just sort of standing there dumbfounded, and he grabbed one of her children and said, "Run," and they ran. And then months later, he still had his car in a crushed parking garage, and he was still being billed for parking. I mean, it's just weird little things like that you think about and remember. And a close friend of mine, who still lives in New York City, she and her husband were 6 blocks away from the Twin Towers. They were knocked unconscious in their apartment, and she wrote a book about it. So anyway, I'm glad you're doing this tribute, and thanks for asking about my 9/11 experience. I'm grateful that I was working at WDBO at the time. That is a top-notch station, and I feel like we did our best to cover that awful day. Thanks, guys.